Sultai Reanimator versus the ambitious Mazenator. Okay, we have an Awaken, we have this. Yeah, okay. Haven't discarded this yet, but okay. Let's start off with a tap this. Unfortunately, I can't play this because of the cavern. But now we can even do that. So let's go for this next. Don't want either of those. They're not doing anything. That means this is awkward. Humans. Okay, well, what's going... Okay, they are... Oh, let's go Avatar here. I'm just gonna do this. Now, they can counter this. No, they can use No More Lies. That's fine. Because that way, this way, next turn I can just Overlord without them being able to counter it. I hope. Okay, so they're 4-color control now. I'm thinking, what can happen? I can... When I reanimate... they can sweep. And this is the time where okay, now I gave them a lot of draws. Was that a problem? Was that a mistake? Let's attack first. Shit. I'm gonna do this now. But maybe just the Overlord. Yeah, because that's what I wanted to have. All right. So, let me do... How does this work? Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals damage equal to that power to any target. So the more I make that enter here, the more things will happen. So, alright. My Caveira is uncounterable, so let's just go into the attack phase first. Fine. Yeah, let's keep filling the graveyard. Do we not need anything? I don't... They are happy to take 5. Interesting. Okay, are they? Wow, down to 3 cards. I'm full stacked hand. Uncounterable. I think I'm gonna go for it now. I think I'm gonna go for it. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay. I think they can't, unless they run the Kutsul's Flanker, which 4-color control usually doesn't. I don't think they have a good way of interacting with this. I think it's lethal. I would like to see it play out, but the opponent conceded. But it is a victory nonetheless. So let's continue with Sultai Reanimator. Sultai Reanimator versus Prominent Pioneer Ka. Greeter, Overlord, Marang. Now, this is only green, this is only blue, so this needs to be black. And once that's a swamp, then... yeah, I'll have green and black from this. Swamp or forest. Okay, let's make this a swamp. And tapped. Turn to Overlord or Greeter? I think Overlord. So it didn't hit anything because avatars don't count. But putting that in the graveyard is already also some kind of okay, this could be the mirror. No, it's not. Okay, we have a lot of green, we have a lot of black. This is gonna be blue. Oh god, that could be... I'm not sure what's happening here. Not sure what I'm up against. So a lot of value things going on here, but I'm afraid of this one turn where things just get completely out of hand. We're doing the same kind of things here. When this enters, you gain 5 life. That's something I need to consider. Yeah, they also run the Bringer. Wow. I could just play... oh, I could even Marang here and bounce, but bounce what? Like bounce your Esper Origins? Nah, I'd rather just replay my own. Cavern of Souls. I mean, yeah, I'll draw into it. It's fine. Okay, there's my terrors. Perfect. Alright, getting in some damage too. Now, I need to understand what happens when the triggers occur. The thing is, the more creatures I have in the graveyard, I think then this terror can really deal a lot of damage. Okay, they've got that going for themselves, but okay. And then yeah, they mill now. They're gonna mill a lot. So like, does anybody dare to cast a Caballero here at this point? Like, doesn't that mean we... Who's gonna win on Caballero? Come on, I have no idea. They have 2 terrors, though. I have 2 terrors, so... Whose triggers will go on the stack first? I have no idea, honestly. I don't know. They casted their Caballero resolves. All the creatures enter the battlefield at the same time. They play as Souls of the Lost, which is easy for me to remove. I get rid of that. I cannot Marang anymore. Let's do this. Like, let's all... I just want to fill my graveyard as much as I can. Okay, there's a Caballero. $27 cards left. Okay. I'm not sure. Whoever goes for it, they might lose themselves. It all depends on which Terror of the Peak triggers resolve first. Right? Okay, they're going for it. Now we will know the answer to this. Or are they going to do something weird and steal my stuff? Or I have no idea. Oh, interesting. They're stealing one of my terrors. Okay, makes sense, maybe. Well, let's mill another one. Come on, terror. No terror. I'm gonna just cast him around here. Sure. Okay. I'm just trying to win on the board here, because again, I have no idea what happens if anybody goes for the bringer of the last gift. We each have 1 terror and a bunch of creatures that will enter together with it. Which triggers win first? I'm happy I have Marang though. Marang being a flyer can you know, annoy the opponent. Alright, here comes the terror. Okay, I'm gonna bounce both of those, so I think they will lose. Yeah, I think they... Oh, no, 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 they can... Who are they gonna deal damage to? Okay, perfect. Well, then that's game. Alright, we got him. No, I don't need to do that. Let's just play the Marang. Bounce their 2 things, attack for lethal, and be done with it. And there we go! Haha! Wow. Not a mirror match, but they were a very similar deck. I think the Ice Till Explorer is an interesting take on things. But yeah, we were... I think the opponent was also... Yeah, as you can see, every time they played Caballero, they tried to copy my Terror. Because they know... We both knew that it's all about the Terror. But I think we both didn't know who like which triggers go on the stack first. So who would win in the case of going for it. So we will not know the answer. Let me know in the comments below if you know the answer. Please, this would be a very relevant fact for such matchups in the future. But for now, another victory. Let's keep playing. Sultai Reanimator versus Standard Bearer Xantos. Yeah, I mean, I have a Caballero. This is awkward. These two are awkward. I'd love to find a way to discard them. Esper Origins is nice to hopefully smoothen out my draw. This needs to be green. Okay. Oh, that's not so good. Wow, none of those are either. Okay, a clunky hand here, but maybe we can steal something from the opponent's side as well. Do we want to destroy the vault? Honestly, I think I do. Because I want to also start to have this thing, you know, starting to kick off. No, wasn't the best of targets, but better than nothing. Yeah, I mean, they haven't. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to get this on the table. All right, let's go for this. Do I like the Overlord? Huh. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll draw into it immediately, which is good. I already have a bringer, so I could I have a sweeper in the graveyard. I don't have much coming back if I sweep. Also, next turn I can actually discard. Yeah, I'm gonna discard something here now. I'm gonna discard a bringer or an Ardyn. Do I go for it here? No, I'm not. Let's attack. We have. Whoa, okay, what? Green. There's a Terror. And another Caballero to my hand. So this is amazing. Able to get a lot of Caballeros back to my hand. Also, this is just... This thing is so valuable. It's crazy. It just does so much. Okay. Here's a sweeper. Do I care? Do I go for it? This will now deal how much? Enough? Not enough? Not sure. Let's do this first. Human I have. Let's go for dragon. Okay, is this lethal? Oh no. That's why I should have done it last turn, probably. Running the betrayal. They do run the betrayal, okay. Let's attack. I'm just gonna drop some Marangs here. What are they going for though? Like they're low on cards in hand. They have a lot of mana, but okay, we'll see. Yeah, they can turn some of these treasures into cards using the fountain port. Okay, a lot of them. Complete whiff, is it? No, they can take Marang, right? No, they can't. It's a creature. Okay, do you have an answer for the Marang that's on the battlefield? I do not. Alright, pass the turn. Winning the fair way here. Or at least trying to. So they have duress, they have sweepers, and they have spot removal. So they are some kind of... What is this? Abzan control? I'm glad I didn't add another Marang to the board last turn. Oh, this is good. Oh no, I made this uncounterable. Okay, they don't run counter magic anyway. Ah, good. No, wait. Do we have... Yeah, let's go for the Ardyn. I know like nothing will get haste. Oh, still doing a lot of things here. Don't wanna mill too much. I'm nearing my Okay. Another board which will be lethal next turn. Yeah, okay. More of that. Okay, let's do this. Get rid of the authority of the consoles. Do I have an... Is the Ardyn still there? No, the Ardyn isn't there, unfortunately. The Ardyn got exiled. Go for... What are we going for? Caballero into what? A Marang? Yeah, let's do that. I can bounce this and this. That way I won't mill. And I have another removal. I know this is only a 4/4, but yeah, I mean, I gotta preserve my cards at this point. Alright, commune with evil. Wow. 4 cards, only 1 in the hand for 3 mana. I think that's a little bit. And you gain 3 life. Okay, okay. That's okay. That changes things. I kind of thought about. I had lose 3 life in my head, but that because that usually happens when black has some kind of. So, let's go, Esper Origins. Honestly, I'm just gonna draw into the land. I don't wanna go much deeper into the deck than I have to. Let's prepare another one. Just leave everything on top, because I don't want to mill myself too early. Just put enough pressure on the board to force the opponent to answer. I can bounce many things with the Marang. I can awaken and destroy something with the Awaken. So, okay, the absolute virtue. Return. Wait, what? Hexproof and indestructible counter on it. Okay, wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, do I have a? The only way I can win now is with the Bringer of the Last Gift, which I still have 1 of in the deck. So we are still up in it. So let's find it. Can I steal anything from their deck? No, I can't. Okay. So, we will do this. There it is. There it is. Wait a minute. I need to be very careful here. I want to draw into it. Wait. Can I? Yeah, I can immediately go for it. Okay, let's go. So they will lose their absolute virtue. And I can copy it. Okay, will I mill to death? Maybe. Maybe. Not sure. 7 cards left. Oh my goodness, this is close. 5 cards, yeah, 4, okay. We're down to the last card. Oh no, I'm gonna mill to death. I milled myself to death. Wait, is there any way I can prevent any of that? Oh, this is so annoying. Yeah, I lose. Because I can't attack with anything. I'm gonna mill. Ah. Yeah, I only have protection, but I don't have, yeah. Oh, that's annoying. That was such hard work. Okay, I think I should have... I didn't know what the opponent's deck was doing, which is give props to the opponent. And that's why they're Abzan for Peronation. So that means I should have probably gone for Caballero much earlier. I think I was too afraid of sweepers, or I don't know, waited too long to do that. And in the end, yeah, it was just this Overlord that just killed me in the end. Just that 1 mil too many. Okay, fair enough. On to the next game. It was a good game though, for sure. Sultai Reanimator versus pack leader Beortast. Okay, yeah. Let's make this black and tapped. I could have destroyed that maybe. I can do it now. Let's do it. Yeah, they can put 1 counter, but that's fair enough. And this needs to be blue. Okay, not bad. Not bad of a start. Let's see if we can continue in a similar fashion. Okay, they have no payoff cards, so no more channelers or anything of that sorts. So that's good. I think this is good. Yep, perfect. Tear up the peaks. Okay, that's a problem. Now I need to find some... I need to find... What do I need to find? Caballero into what? Harvester? Oh yeah. Let's do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. Fair enough. So they still have a 6/6, but I mean, at least I was able to slow them down a little bit, I guess. Okay. What I can do now is this. Yeah, I don't care about those counters. You'll lose them all now. Okay, I have a decent board now, and we just stop them in their tracks. They have 3 mana only, so I think that's good. However, if I play a creature, this will grow. So that's something I need to consider here. So let's attack with this for sure and this. So the Marang, pretty good at also helping us survive. Actually, I think I should play a creature right now because they will only get one counter on this Pride Mate instead of more. Opponent may have left already. But yeah, that was a very timely Marang. Really, so yeah, Caballero into the what is that? Misery, Harvester of Misery. Destroying all the little things. Then I still took one big hit from the Pride Mate, but now we have this under control. Alright, there goes that. Let's do this. Yep, I know this will that will go into a 4/4, but it's still not big enough to get past my my Marang, so that's all good. And now I have a pretty strong board, which could potentially even end the game next turn if I attack with everything. I can also remove something. Yeah, this should be GG. Alright, another victory for Sultai Reanimator. So the version, since I last played it quite a while ago, there has been the addition of the Terror of the Peaks, because I think this way you can potentially OTK the opponent in certain situations, giving the deck a little bit more just power to win on the spot. But let's keep playing. On to the next game. Sultai Reanimator versus Esat. Okay, this is terrible. I can't keep this. No matter, I'd love to, but I cannot. A one-lander is just too risky. This is okay. Losing one of these bringers is not the end of the world, because those in duplicates are usually not required. Okay, so we have this almost ready for turn 4. Okay. Caballero or the Town Greeter? I think Caballero. Next turn I can awaken the Honored Dead. I do need one more land. That's pretty key. Okay, they are kind of... What are they? Ramp, maybe? What's it called? Oh, yeah. They could be... They're very likely the... that thing that returns enchantments from the graveyard to the battlefield. So I need to end this soon. So I probably need to awaken the Honored Dead. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, because now what I can do is I can next... Oh no, I will mill first and then... Okay, we'll mill first. Let's see what I mill into. This is close. If they have the... what's her name? Yuna. Then I have a problem. Do they have Yuna? No. Nothing good milled there. Do I Caballero right now? Like what? Caballero into? Can I steal something from their side? Nothing good. Summon Fenrir? Nah. Let's just go Overlord then. Let's take a Marang. No, let's take this. I have double blue. Do I need double green? Okay. Am I wasting too much time here? Next turn I can finally discard the Bringer. And then I can sweep the board, kind of. But, yeah, they don't have anything to get back. They will get back a Summon Fenrir. Let's see. At least I can always threaten that I can sweep the board with my Bringer. Which they don't know about yet. Okay, them adding to the board is going to make... I think I will. There's Yuna. Oh, they will get back Yuna. Oh, wait. Are they going to... Oh my goodness. Oh no! Oh my god. Now I cannot bring her the last gift. I can't bring the last gift. Because they will get back such creatures that are just way too much for me to handle. How much damage will I be doing? Wait. Power. 6? That's it. I'll be dealing 6. That's all I'm dealing. Terrible. How can we handle this? I need more damage in the graveyard, right? I'm gonna ditch both Marangs. I need to OTK somehow. Yeah, I think that's how I need to do this. I need to OTK the opponent with face damage with my terror. That's the only way. Because their board, like their reanimated board, is just gonna eat mine. So I'm gonna go for it next turn. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll find out. Wait, no. Let me calculate a little bit first. So the Bringer's gonna come in. Everything gets exiled. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go for it no matter what. But wait, okay, let me calculate. I will bring back the bringer. Everything dies. Then everything enters and at the same time, and then we will deal 6, 12. Okay, 3 Marangs. That's already 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it should be enough. Let's go for it. No, I'm going for my graveyard. Oh. How about you copy something from their side? Like Yuna. Okay, here's all the triggers. Put it all in their face. And then this should be game. Yeah, it is. Bounce this. Bounce that. Bounce this. Oh, I'm actually also bouncing their whole board too. So I don't really... Even better. Yeah, okay. So that was how we did it. How we needed to do it. Oh, they can destroy stuff, but with all these triggers on the stack, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing bad's gonna happen to me. As long as they can't kill me with direct damage, which they can't because they only have one of these overlords, which can deal 4 damage. And they can also not gain any life, so we're good. Yeah. They can kill the terror, but the triggers... Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Will they resolve? Oh, I hate this. Not knowing what's gonna happen, but okay, let's see. Oh, and they're gaining life too. Let's see. Okay, here comes the damage. Should be enough. Yeah, okay. Wow. It was close. It was close. I mean, I'm at 12. The opponent's one less Marang in the graveyard would have made this maybe not enough. Yeah, it would have. So that was very close, to be honest. But a victory nonetheless. Wow, so some... Let's see, was that the 5th game? It was. So going 4-1 here with this game, with this deck, Sultai Reanimator. Definitely a strong deck, but yeah, as you can see, there's some very unique triggers that you need to be constantly aware of. Especially when playing against other decks that also try to bring stuff back from the graveyard. We enabled the opponent to bring back their whole graveyard with insane cards like Summon Bahamut, Summon Knights of the Round. But yeah, that's why we have the Terror, because that will then immediately put an end to the opponent and give them no chance for retaliation. On to the recap. All right, Sultai Reanimator 4-1. Welcome to the recap. Yeah, let's have a look at the deck. So this deck doesn't have a single 1-drop, so we can have, but it doesn't really run many tapped lands either. Watery Grave, I think that's the reason for that is because you do want to be ready on turn 4. So turn 2, 3, 4, you really want to have things untapped. So the only lands you may play tapped are the Watery Grave and the Multiversal Passage in the early game, basically turn 1. Otherwise, you do want your lands untapped because you're trying to find lands. On turn 4, you want to always have an untapped land. You don't have room for drawing into a tapped land at that point. So that's why this is the land situation. Able to cast all 3 colors pretty reliably, which is required for the turn 3 Awaken, which has the highest mana requirement here, but is an important card that fits into this whole puzzle very nicely. For Cavern of Souls, also super important because the opponents could run counter magic, and having your Caballero being uncounterable is just such a big, it's just hugely important in order to stand a chance against decks with counter magic. Okay, so what are we trying to do? We're trying to get the Bringer of the Last Gift into the graveyard, along with as many creatures as we can, basically, including the Terror of the Peaks. And what happens once you do that is, when you on turn 4, you play Caballero and you copy the Bringer, which will then destroy, because this is considered a casting the Bringer. Then everybody sacrifices all their creatures and returns the creatures in their graveyard back to the battlefield, except for the ones that were just sacrificed. So you basically switch the creatures on the battlefield with the ones in the graveyards. And in your graveyards, you have the Terror, and it enters, all these creatures then enter the battlefield at the same time, and that means the Terror of the Peaks will deal the damage, the power of each other creature entering to the opponent, to any target. So if you have some Marangs or a Harvester or this Ardyn or another Caballero, that's like 6 damage, 4 damage, 5 damage. So a lot of damage can be dealt. This is not always lethal, but it can be. So that's why sometimes you may want to keep setting up more, like adding more creatures to the graveyards first. But against aggressive decks, even just sweeping with the Bringer can already be enough to at least stabilize for the moment, because it is basically also a kind of a sweeper. So that's what we're trying to do. How do we get to achieve that? So what we need mill, and we need discard, because we could end up with these big cards in our hand and we want them in the graveyard. So what can discard? Well, we have 4 Steamcore Scholars, which are very good at drawing and discarding. And also, sometimes you don't want to discard 2, you just want to discard 1. Well, you have the option to discard a flying creature, like the Bringer. Then you only need to discard 1. So that's an added benefit. We also have 3 Marangs. The Marang is a super versatile creature. You can use it for card draw, you can use it for discard. But also, when it enters, bouncing 2 things can really change the outcome of a game. In many situations where you need to get rid of something very problematic on the opponent's side, ensuring victory. Harvester of Misery can discard itself. It can also potentially sweep the board in certain situations. You can also turn 4 Caballero into this in order to potentially sweep if they're all small creatures. That's also an option. For milling purposes, we have the 4 Esper Origins with Surveil and just super good value. So maybe you're not ready to Caballero yet. You can, on turn 4, you can summon Esper Meduin, really getting in some value, milling some, surveilling more, finding what you need. Town Greeter is amazing too. It'll find you your lands, the lands that you need, as well as filling your graveyard, as does the Overlord, filling the graveyard, and then putting a creature from the graveyard to your hand, which often is Caballero. So, and the good thing about this one is it can pick up, you don't have to pick from the milled cards, you can pick from any card in your graveyard, which is an amazing upside. Often these type of cards allow you to pick only from the milled cards, but here you can pick from anywhere. So if you've already milled a few Caballeros, you can also pick those ones up with these Overlords. And then, last but not least, the only removal spell in the deck, but it destroys any non-land permanent, is the Awaken the Honored Dead, which destroys something on the opponent's side. You mill 3 cards, filling your graveyard, and you can discard a card, for example, a Bringer, which is in your hand, to bring back a Caballero, which is in the graveyard. So this really, it helps you swap out cards from your hand and the graveyard to really put every card where it needs to be. And yeah, so pretty good deck. It's fairly consistent, I would say. Obviously, it's very susceptible to graveyard hate, but we did play one game where the opponent did have graveyard hate. That's the one we lost, I think, because we milled ourselves. So milling yourself is also something that could happen, especially if you do one, if you're already long into the game and then you go for a Bringer. all these like Steam cores, and greeters and overlords coming in might mill you for quite a bit, and it could be too much. Okay, but that's it for today's run. Let's have a look at some flavor text. Town greeter. This is Cornelia, the city of dreams. And on that note, thanks for watching, have fun, see you in the arena, and peace.